Imagine you had this beautiful little baby, and one day this little baby comes up to you with his old man face and his serious energy, and he says, "Mom, I think I died in 9/11. What would you do? What would you do?" He's like, "Mom, a plane hit this building and I jumped out the window, and it was 9/11, never forget." What would you do? Would you be like, "Oh, that's a crazy thing that you just said. I need to start watching what you have on your iPad"? Or would you go on television with the most stylish of the berries and cream cuts and tell the world? Not only the world, but you tell essentially everyone who survived 9/11, "Hey, my kid knows what you went through." Well, that's what this lady did. That's what this lady did. And we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna watch it. Sorry, I'm already. Okay, 9/11 isn't funny, so that's the big thing right now for me, is that, like, it's feeling a little disrespectful. I was 14. I went to Washington, D.C. the summer after 9/11 and saw the Pentagon. Like, you could see it from the highway. I have pictures around. It's not my mom, I think, has the pictures. I don't talk to her, so those might be gone forever. But I had my little disposable camera that you wind up and then you take the picture and hope that it turned out, of the Pentagon with the big old giant hole in it, and it was wild. The scale of the destruction just at the Pentagon itself was humbling. But 9/11 for me changed my life. I watched the entire thing live, and I was, like I said, I was 13 years old. I was 13 and a half. I was in 8th grade homeroom, and we watched the entire thing. And then I watched the news nonstop for months after that. And then, of course, with the age I am, most of my friends went over to the war, and I have friends that died in the war. So it's a big deal for people my age, like millennials my age, Gen X. Like, we understand, like, the severity and, like, how life-changing and traumatic and horrible that was to watch 3,000 people die on live TV and jump from the windows and, like, watch planes full of people die. Like, so this is kind of a touchy subject, and it's still a touchy subject for a lot of people. Also, do you guys remember when we thought old GW was going to be the biggest psychopath, the biggest dumb wackadoo idiot that we'd have in the White House? We were so wrong. I kind of miss him. I kind of miss old GW. Now watch this drive.
Thank you. Now watch this drive.
Terror. The war on terror. Okay, so anyway, this lady, she claims that her son says that he died in the 9/11 attacks on the Twin Towers. Sure, Jan. Okay, let's go. Let's watch. Let's see what this is all about. We'll see if it's as bad as I expect. It's from this channel called LMN. I don't know what that is. Oh, little baby. Oh, Capricorn. Oh, shit, sorry.
The first time I held Kate in my arms was amazing because I wasn't supposed to be able to have children. Kate was different. He was like an old man.
All babies look like old men. Continue.
He wasn't like the bouncing baby. He just always looked at you like, what are you? And who are you?
Come on, all babies. Who are you? Who are you? Just like that. It's me, Becky. And I brought your favorite. Drop Dead Gorgeous, anyone? All babies just lay there and look at you like, what are you? Who are you? What's going on? Like, isn't that pretty normal for a baby? I also think there's some developmental things that can cause babies to not be super active. I don't know, something you might want to look into. But no, we're just gonna jump to reincarnation.
2.5 months old.
That's a cute baby.
Cade was an early crawler, early talker, early walker, early everything. At 1.5, 2 years old, he was using very intricate words, very intelligent words. He could hold conversations with adults. It was around the age of 3 that Cade started.
Anyone notice they haven't shown any footage of him having these conversations with adults like an adult person yet? It just kind of looks like a baby to me.
Started talking about that he remembers dying. I would be in bed and Cade would just start crying in the middle of the night.
I had night terrors.
He would wake up screaming about working in a tall building.
I start crying when I think about having to go to work too.
See the Statue of Liberty from his office. He told me he dreamt that he was falling with the building, like the way he died.
The music.
It's surreal.
He's stressed out. She's stressing him out. His mom is telling him all this shit, and he's like, oh God, this happened to me? What? She is hella coaching him. I just get the vibe.
A 3-year-old talking about New York and talking about death.
Aren't they from Tulsa?
Honestly, I started to think, could he have been? Could it be? Could he have been in the World Trade Center?
Okay, so the mom thought it up first.
I said, wait a minute, that can't be. It can't be.
No. He's 3. He's 3. Of course he can't be. He hasn't been alive long enough to be in the World Trade Center, lady.
Anything. There's no way he could have known about it. Those people were school. Those people were preschool.
No one in my family knows.
The internet existed. Kids figure shit out. He probably heard his parents talking about it.
I never thought.
Do they not watch the news?
It as an autism. I just thought he had a vivid imagination.
Most kids' vivid imagination is I have a pet unicorn, invisible purple monster friend. And you're like, wow, cool. It's not. I was in the World Trade Center at 9/11 and I was a jumper. Come on. These people are delusional.
Later, he became obsessed with planes.
At first, Cade was totally petrified by the airplanes, like they were monsters. He wasn't scared of them being in the air. It's more like he was scared of where they were going.
It was obsessive.
He doesn't look very scared of planes to me.
Driving through downtown was hard for him. He wouldn't get out of the car and walk around. And he would ask if planes flew over downtown.
Cade is a 7-year-old now.
Where do they live? I'm serious. I think that these people live in Tulsa or something. He's stressing out. They're giving him so many anxiety issues.
He doesn't want to be around that.
I don't like tall buildings either, but I'm not I died in 9/11.
Just like the Twin Towers. It brings back a lot of memories, but I'm not going in, okay?
Does it? Does it bring back a lot of your mom's memories? I do believe in past lives. I 100% do believe. I believe me and King Louis the 14th were probably best bros, but
That's his personality.
I don't tell people that. Well, I guess I just did. Did I say the 14th? I meant the 16th.
That he was in a building that was hit by something.
King Louis the 14th would be a cool
Exploded.
bud to have too, though. He was
And
the Sun
that
King.
He had fallen.
He was a jumper!
Family came
Disrespectful. This lady's so disrespectful. I'm sorry. You know the parents made this all.
At the World Trade Center.
You know these people made this all up. And like families, the thing is, this really did happen. This really happened. Like people really lost family members. Like people really died. A lot of people. People lost their parents. There's kids who don't have parents anymore. And you're sitting here with your alive kid being like, man, it was just so traumatic. Like, I don't know how to, like what? If I was a family member and I heard this wackadoo cuckoo lady, I would be like, shut your mouth. I lost my son in 9/11. Like, you're getting clout by saying your son died in 9/11, but he's right there. Jeez Louise. This lady's annoying.
The plane hit the World Trade Center, then it got stuck in the building. When I was falling, I was still alive, and then all the rubber hit me.
Is that good, Mom? Is that what I was supposed to say?
I'm feeling very sad for him because I don't imagine a man
For him?
going through this. I imagine my baby going through this.
But he didn't go through it. Some real man did go through it. Your son did not go through it. This lady has a lot of nerve. With her berries and cream haircut.
Still to this day, I can't make the difference in my head.
Girl from Pen 15.
To me, it's my Cade. This is happening to him.
No, it's not.
How do you get past that?
You're coaching him to say this and giving him anxiety and you're disrespecting 9/11 victims.
How do you get past remembering that? At this point,
Therapy.
he started asking me to change his name. That he didn't like Cade. He was just very insistent that Cade was not his name.
Or were you insistent? The victim's family, from the random name they've made up.
I had a name.
Really convenient to keep that name a secret so no one can look up and see if it was someone who was really in the World Trade Center or not.
That other people would maybe help me find answers.
How do you have answers if you're not telling anyone the name?
And it was actually another mother who sent me the link. And she said there was a man that worked in the World Trade Center.
So she did tell people.
On 9/11, his life mimics what Cade describes his life and his death was.
She's contradicting herself so much that, like, I 100% believe this is all made up. Like I said, I believe in reincarnation, but I'm a skeptic, okay? And when it comes to 9/11, we don't fucking play.
But I never thought about contacting the victim's family.
Oh, please don't. Could you imagine if your family member died in 9/11, some lady called you and then she was like, hey, I know this sounds crazy, but my kid is your reincarnated dead child who died in 9/11, and he talks about 9/11 all the time. I'd be like, please hold, and then I would go down to the county clerk's office and I'd get a fucking restraining order because that is psychotic behavior. So I'm glad she didn't do that. But this is bad. And she went on TV. So now she's just insulting all the 9/11 victims instead of one family she made up.
Your son didn't die. It's just someone different.
You wouldn't say anything.
What would you say?
You leave those people alone because you're delusional.
If somebody called me with that, I would hang up the phone.
Yeah, you leave those people alone.
I've done the investigation. I made the connection. And now I know. I know the truth. I know
These people have other things to worry about than their son reincarnating.
But as a mother, I'm feeling very helpless. I can't make
I think there might be something else going on. Maybe he has some type of learning, developmental disability, something going on, and they're not like actually addressing it. They're like going to reincarnation because they, I don't know if they want clout or what.
The situation now in the neighborhood is bleak. There are people in the neighborhood who don't want their kids to play with Cade.
I don't really blame them.
With other kids his age.
His parents are fucking weird. His parents think he died in 9/11. Like, don't go over to his house.
He's ever told the story to has called him a liar and laughed at him.
I mean,
Teachers tend to not like him because he was scaring the other
disruptive,
children.
distracted.
Disrupting
Sounds like
class.
me with my untreated ADHD before I got diagnosed in 1995.
You just want everybody to like your kid.
I think your kid might need some, like, actual
They would just open their mind
attention and help.
and understand.
And not once have we heard this child talk about 9/11. Not once, except that one time he's like, and then I fell.
Help him to be comfortable in his Cade body.
Every parent's hope for their kid is that they're more successful than you are, and they don't have to work as hard as you in life. And that
This isn't the way to do this for him.
people will be able to understand him and who he is. Because I love him. I wouldn't trade him in for anything in the world.
They need him to learn to be Cade, to learn to be a kid again.
You need to teach him, lady. You did this to him. This is your fault.
I do.
Playing football league. Oh yeah, that's what he needs. Head injuries. Feels more comfortable being 7 years old, as he should. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, did you guys notice that, like, most of the mom did, like, the talking. The dad chimed in a little bit, and the kid said, like, one thing that very, like, clearly could have come from his mom. Like, these people are so disrespectful, literally, like, saying it with their whole chest and going out there on the freaking, like, on TV, on the internet, being like, my son reincarnated, he died in 9/11, this is what happened. They, like, described what happened to actual people, and then they're like, we have a name, we just don't want to bother the family because, like, that would be so horrible, like they'll think we're crazy. Maybe because you don't have a real name, and maybe because, like, even if they did find, like, a real name, like, they know that, like, that's just disrespectful and their son was not in 9/11. I'm sorry, like, there's just so many holes in their story and contradictions, and, like, oh my god. Badger, I'm gonna start telling people that you are Maximilian Robespierre and you were in charge of the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror afterwards and got 70,000 people guillotined, and see if we can make some money off it. What do you think?
Yeah.
Badger's like, straight up, no. Good job, Badger. I love you. That's because you know your mom likes King Louis XVI. Anyway. Wow. So, don't disrespect the victims of 9/11. It's not a conspiracy. People really died and people lost their family members. What do you think? People in those planes just fucking poof disappeared and, like, went to a portal in another dimension? Y'all are so fucking stupid. People who are conspiracy theorists about 9/11 are so dumb they can't wrap their heads around reality, and they have, like, no emotional, like, maturity. So they have to make up weird conspiracies so their little brain can grasp what they think happened, you know? And it's just really pathetic and sad. Yeah. Weird little kid got coached by his mom to say he died in 9/11. Wow. I don't even know where to go from there. So if you guys liked this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll find more fun stuff to watch. And give me suggestions. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to edit this to make it, like, look cutesy, demure, well, mindful, all that good stuff that everyone's saying now. So okay, that's all for my video for today. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Love you, bye.